And good evening, everyone. Welcome to our live stream. And it's another beautiful Wednesday night. I'm glad you guys are here. Glad we could make it. I'm glad I could make it. I'm glad you guys are here too. I'm pretty pumped up tonight, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling pretty good for a Wednesday. I mean, whoa, other than the fact that, this is blinding me over here. The light is so bright in my eyes. Let me see if I shut this off. Will it help or will it wash me out? Ooh, that's bad. Let's try this. Let's see if this works. Anyway, hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. I want to let people pop in, file in, and nice to see you guys. Hit that like button. Let me know you're here. Say hi too. Where is everybody from? I know John is here. John, man, thanks for being here, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody's here. So drop a comment in the chat box. Let's have a little talk. Let's have a little chat tonight about Web3 gaming and where it's headed. And man, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty feeling. Oh, Craig, holy smokes! Wait a minute. Let me take my glasses off and. You're here. Holy macaroni and cheese. Craig is here. Very nice. Who else is here? Come on now. Let me know you're here. Hit that like button, guys. We need to let people know that we're here so they can pop in. I feel anyway, of course, maybe it's just me, but I feel like these live streams are really designed for people who really are not quite sure about crypto or who are experienced like you guys all are. And it's just a way for us to come together. So let's start a dialogue. Let's start having some conversations. Let me know where you're from, how long you've been in crypto. By the way, that's a really good question. How long have you guys been in crypto? When did you guys first get introduced to cryptocurrency? I'm curious. I want to find out. Hit that like button. So there's 4 of us here watching. I would like to have, please, if you don't mind very much, hit that thumbs up button. And we're going to get started in just a few minutes. But again, I want to know, when did you guys get introduced to crypto? When was your first exposure? When did you first get involved? Because we're going to get started in about 3 minutes. We're going to kind of dive into the crux of our live stream this evening. And so we just want to kind of I want to get a feel for who's here. And Craig, man, it's been a while. A lot of times with the live streams, this is kind of designed for you guys. And, if you have questions later on down the line, put a Q with a colon on the side of it. Lets me know it's a question, and I'll answer it if I can. And we're going to give another minute or so, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm in Florida right now, and it's freaking cold. I know, I said it. So if anyone's from the Northeast or Minnesota or Chicago or any of those places, man, I grew up in the Northeast when I was a kid, froze my butt off until I was in my mid-20s, moved to Hawaii for 20 years and became a kind of a wimp, kind of an island boy, and then moved back to Florida. And dude, I've been here since 2018, man, and I still don't get used to it. It's like 32. My wife went to Long Island a few years back, and it was like 32 degrees. When she was gone, I called her. I go, honey, it's Florida. Why is it supposed to be this cold? It's 32 degrees. That's why I left the Northeast in the first place. But anyway, it was just kind of like a fun little thing. But let's see, we're playing lots of Poker Go. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So back in 2020 for you then? Something along those lines. All right. We got 3 people here. We're going to get started in 1 minute. And I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be fun. I really am going to be looking forward to some feedback from you guys. So be prepared, man. I'm going to ask a lot of questions. So just saying. Come on now. We're watching that clock. And I probably could do 3 minutes or 2 minutes. And you guys let me know if you want me to just get right into it when I start. I just like having the opportunity for people to kind of come in and get a chance to kind of get with it. And this is more of like a get to know you, get to know me kind of thing. And so we are going to be having some fun this evening, and a lot of stuff is going on in crypto, man. And I just put out a game. I have a video on. All right, so here we go. I'm going to resume this later. So hey, everybody. Welcome to our live stream. Tonight we're going to talk about Web3 gaming, its potential in the future. what are some amazing things that are going on right now? Maybe some games that you really enjoy or that you see are up and coming. Maybe some pitfalls or some landmines. So we're going to really just kind of go into it. It's going to be like a big pot of stew. We're just going to put all kinds of stuff in there, stir it around a little bit, and see. It's either way, it's going to taste great. But before we go ahead and get jamming on that, I always, and you guys know me, you guys know I always like to take a look at where we are in CoinMarketCap. So let's pop over, take a look, see what's going on. And let's scroll this down. And oh boy, that's a big, let's do this. Let's bring this down a little bit. There we go. So as we can see here on the fear and greed index, we are at 70. It's actually gone up a little bit. It was at 69 earlier. It's a cry from 77, but we're still good, guys. We're still good. So even if it goes over here to the neutral, it's all right. I don't really dwell on this. When we're over here, I'm really not spending a whole lot of time wrapped up around the fear and greed index. It just gives me an idea, a big picture anyway, of how everyone's feeling. Now, as you can see here, and actually I'm going to go to my second favorite website, and this this is again a fun little website that I like to come to. Crypto bubbles. The reason I'm looking away from you guys is I'm gonna have another monitor over here. So as we can see here, look at IOTA. What stock do you know goes up 41 freaking 0.3% in just a matter of days? Okay. Let's see here. I just wanted to mention that. Now we have a lot of things like Gala. Gala is down 7%. So, we have Phantom, Immutable, Axis. So Solana is up. You can see from just a brief overview, and it's really easier to kind of come here and check this out. I like this a lot better because it gives me just an idea of where everything is at. But this one is just boom, it's right in your face. So everything's in the red right now, and this is just my own personal opinion, guys. I look at this and I see buying opportunities. Okay, that's when I look at this. I don't look at it and go, oh man, everything's in the red, everything's down. I'm like, dude, this is amazing. This is a great time. If not financial advice, of course, guys. That's the thing now. I am not a financial advisor. Anything that I tell you guys is only for, from my own opinion, things that I'm doing. I'm certainly not going to tell you to mimic and do what I do. I'm just going to share with you things. And it's like Bruce Lee. You just take the best of everything and just throw the rest away. Take what you can assimilate that you feel has value and get rid of the rest. Do that for anything, right? And you never want to take anyone's word for any crypto project, right? The only word that matters is yours, right? Doing your own research and just digging in, rolling up the sleeves, doing the work, because that's what's going to really set us apart, guys. Those of you who are watching this live stream or on the replay, you don't have an idea yet, unless you've been through it, of where you're going to be positioned when we start this bull run. And in my opinion, we are just now getting started. We're at the starting blocks right now. We're all warmed up. We're all good to go. We did all the training. We did all the hard work. Now it's go time. And we are still in the position to accumulate. And one of those industries in my view, to accumulate tokens and get involved in projects is Web3 gaming, okay? Web3 gaming. And there are so many games out there right now, and I'm about ready probably this week, even though I just dropped a Gala video after probably, how long has it been since I did a Gala video? Like a positive one, probably a couple of months, right? There just hasn't been much going on, and I really felt compelled to put out there. But I'm really stoked because finally, I might as well share this with you. So Gala has now officially announced that they are launching Eternal Paradox on December 5th. Now, I remember, if you guys remember, that's a mobile game. Okay, it's not on console, but it's on mobile. You can download it definitely on iOS. I'm not sure about Android. I don't know. You'd have to check if you have, but you can certainly do that. And I actually had my Gala account attached. I connected my Gala account. We're already hitting the Gala predictions. I'm going to get there. Trust me. All right. Trust me. I tell you what, I'm not going to make you do it. As I say, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, do it and I'll give you a price prediction. But I'm not going to do it. I will tell you. But if you want to subscribe to our channel, I would be eternally grateful and in your debt forever. But you don't have to. Just hit that like button. I will give you what I think Gala is going to be. But they have launched. Man, I'm really white tonight. My face is like, pow. Anyway, I have to work on my camera settings. So they are actually, December 5th is when they are launching Eternal Paradox. So I had initially started playing that game. And I was like, whatever. I really wasn't all that stoked about it. And then as I played it, I kind of got into it more. You know, it's definitely the games are involved. And at some point, I'm probably going to do a tutorial on how to play the damn thing. So that way, if you're new to crypto gaming or Web3 gaming when it comes to this, you know, I'm going to try to do my best to make it easier. So maybe that might be coming probably in the second or third week in December. We'll have to see. But Eternal Paradox is coming out. And I actually played the beta test, and they gave me 175 Gala for that. That's the only Gala that didn't get destroyed, right? Because it was in my inventory, thank God. So at least I had some of it. But so that was really cool. And I think that game is really going to take off. And quite honestly, Gala needs this now. They need, I'm sure everyone is sick of hearing about lawsuits and sick of hearing about Wright Thurston and sick of this and sick. Enough of it already. If we focus on that aspect of it so much, I think we become out of balance. All right. Now, if you're still involved in Gala, and I'm still dollar cost averaging, all right, I'm getting myself repositioned. I think, and this is where it goes into. Now, this is not gonna be the Gala game show. All right, so tonight I'm not gonna necessarily concentrate so much on Gala games, but they are going to be, in my view, barring any unforeseen just craziness, right? They will be a Web3 leader in gaming. Will they be number one? I don't know, because there's some other gaming platforms that are coming. Now, we also have to remember this too. In a Web 2 space, how long does it normally take for a Web 2 game to, like, say, for example, on PlayStation or Xbox or whatever? All right. Takes what? About 5 years, 6 years for a game to go from, concept to, being able to play and being released and launched. So we're not even there yet, but I think it's wise that Gala has, they've acquired and they've put these games out, Eternal Paradox, Champions Arena, Spider Tanks is like right now, I think their flagship game. It was Townstar, but Townstar was boring to me and it didn't work out. The economy just didn't work. And now they've switched it to Common Ground. I still am not interested in playing that game whatsoever, but there's games for everyone there. But having mobile games launching, they've got more than, because they've got Meow Match and they've got Champions Arena and they've got Dragon Strike, things like that, which is great. But out of all of those, I really think that Eternal Paradox is going to be like an amazing game. I love the graphics. Because that's what I look for. Because we want to play games. Those of you who are watching, we play games. Now I'm not there 24/7. But when I get a chance, I love to find a game and play it. Whatever I can. And I think Eternal Paradox is going to be a game I get involved in. Now I'm not going to really go into spending a lot of money on their NFTs, because I think this has been my biggest deal is NFTs are just, they charge the hell out of those NFTs, and I'm just not about to spend $300 on a mercenary for a mobile game. I'm not doing it. The beauty though is that you could still have mercenaries in that game, but they just are not immortal. So don't worry about it. So there's that. So you have that kind of positive spin off of that. So the NFTs are high, even though they're having a sale right now, a pre-sale for like $200. You certainly can do that, or just use the mercenaries in the game itself, and then whatever happens with that. So what I want to do now is I want to go back in, and I want to ask you this, Lime, have you been to our live streams before? I want to make sure I'm giving you some good feedback. So thank you for being here. Hit that like button, guys. Let me know, because now what I'm going to do before we go into these other main concept, I want to talk about Gala quickly, where I think their price prediction or price potential. I don't like predictions. Price potential. I think if this bull run is going to be as massive as everybody is saying it will be, we are definitely going to hit 83 cents again. Maybe $1. I think that would be pushing it because of such a huge circulating supply. But I do believe that Gala will hit its 83 cent all-time high, which it's at 2 cents now. So I would expect a 20 to 30x in this next bull run. So we're talking anywhere from 83 cents to $1. So that's my price potential for Gala games. Now, let's get into a lot of these other games, and I also want to talk about launch pads for these games, because it takes so long for mobile web. Yes, there is a very huge Gala army out there. Now, when it comes to Web3 gaming, now we're getting involved in, and there's a lot of games in development. And guys, I've been doing a lot of research because I'm getting ready to do a video on some games you probably have never heard of. You may have, but there's some that you may not, that look absolutely amazing. The graphics looks great. I'm a sucker for graphics. If you've got a shitty looking game and the graphics are poor and it's just clunky and I'm out. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's play to own, play to earn. I can't do it, because if you're going to sit and you're going to play a game, we want to enjoy it, right? We want to sit and we want to enjoy the games that we're playing. So it's got to look good. And for me, like, my type of games are the Call of Duties, the Modern Warfares, the Uncharteds, right? The Dooms back old school, right? Those, even Diablo, way back. And we're talking back over 20 some odd years ago, right? 20, 25 years ago, whatever. Those games. So now I'm just showing you my age right now, but who cares? We don't care. Doesn't matter how old you are, just be young at heart, right? So if we are having games that we enjoy, that are fun to play, that's what we really get involved in, the majority of people. And there's a tremendous amount of gamers out there who are on the Web 2 platform still, who have not migrated over to Web 3. So I think the reason for that is because the games aren't quite as developed. Now, they're AAA gamings. They've got AAA gaming companies, and they've got developers who have worked on major games, which is fantastic. But it still takes time to roll these games out. It takes time to work on getting these out to the populace so people can play and then create an economy, or however you want to do it. But I really think that when you have Web3 gaming, that's going to be eventually, I think within 5 years, that's really, we're going to see them really shine. And I also think we're going to be seeing a lot of Web2 games embracing the Web3 concept and a decentralized gaming and incorporating bits and pieces of that into their own games. That's just my thought. I think that we're going to see a lot of people come over, especially in the next bull run, because, hey, you got to pay these guys. It costs a lot of time and millions of dollars to create a game. So these Web3 platforms are going to need to have the money to get these people, to get these developers, whining and dine them enough to move them away from wherever they're at and have them develop Web3. Now, they're going to have a tremendous skill set, because then who knows what can happen. They could go back and they could go into Web2, but I'm thinking that when we are talking Web3 gaming and what its potential is, it's going to be one of the biggest industries in crypto that will skyrocket. That and artificial intelligence. I think those are the two industries to watch when it comes to the next bull cycle. And we're going to see I think we're going to see a lot of games that are in existence today be gone tomorrow because they're not going to be able to keep up. I'm sure that a lot of these big platforms, and I'm talking about Illuvium, I'm talking about Immutable, I'm talking about, Gala and Axie and Sand and, Star Atlas and those. That's another gaming platform that, I don't know, I want it to do well. It's just kind of floundering, but I like the concept of Star Atlas. I know some of the developers on Star Atlas that were actually let go earlier this year. There was a big purge, if you will, in Star Atlas where a lot of their developers, a lot of their creators were let go, which really is a shame because there were some heavy hitters there. So I hope that they develop themselves enough and bring these guys back, because I think the game that they have could be really cool. It's got some work to do, but I think all these games do. So that's what I'm thinking when it comes to what industry is going to do well. So that's just kind of my thoughts on that. So what do you guys think? What's your thought? Let me ask you this. Those of you who are here, and hit that thumbs up button, please, guys, if you're watching, and if you're finding value in this live stream. I want to know, what is your favorite, and it could be anything, okay? Even if it's in development, what's your favorite Web3 game? Even if it's on your watch list, maybe you're playing it, right? You're on Epic Games, and you're like, oh, I'm playing this, checking it out. What would it be? What would be your favorite, right now anyway, as we speak, Web3 game? And as we're thinking about this, Lime is like 2.5. You think it's going to go to $2.50? Wow. Hey, that would be fantastic. I just don't know if the tokenomics will allow it. That's a monstrous market cap, $2.50. But again, that would make a lot of us happy. So I hope you're right. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening right now. So I'm still waiting, guys. Come on now. I'm not going to let this go. What's your favorite game? What is one game that you really have played or am playing or whatever? And yeah, Bat is really going crazy. And if you guys aren't using Brave, you guys are, man, come on. Brave browser. If you want security, dude, you're not going to get a better browser than Brave, I'll tell you. I've been using it. God, well, I started using it back. Maybe it's been almost like 2 years since I've started using Brave. And mainly for the security, mainly for the privacy of it all. So, okay. So what I want to do now is we're going to talk a little bit about, what could be some of the advantages of Web3 gaming, what are some of the maybe disadvantages? And I think we've been touching on a few of these as we go. And I'm going to start with the disadvantages. One, it takes a long time to develop, especially this new gaming model, this Web3 decentralized way of playing games. It's just taking time. Now, again, we have games like Axie Infinity, and I never was a big fan of that, even though that was like the first one out there. But there's a lot of games coming, and there's a lot of games in development. And I'm just hoping that we are in a position where a lot of these games will be ready for when the bull run hits, because games that are ready to play, even if they maybe are a little bit inferior than games that are in development, because you're able to play, because there's maybe a sustainable economy to them, I think they're going to do well, and it's going to maybe take a little bit of a minute for these other games to get online. Some games may not even be up and running until we, go into the next bull cycle. I mean, who knows? And then you also have, gaming tokens or gaming projects such as a render, okay, or like engine, gaming projects like that, which are already ready to rock. Those kinds of gaming tokens, I think, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, guys. Do whatever you want to do. But those may be projects worth looking into. Now, render right now, I think, is going to really take off. It already is. And then you've got engine, which has been around forever. So, and there's a lot of other ones there. They are ready to go. They are ready to, they help facilitate these games and make them run. Okay. So render is like, basically, if you have a game, it can help you with maps, and it goes into the details inside the game. It's like the inner workings, and it creates all these different cool things. Those tokens are ready to rock. They're ready to go. And I think that may be another area of getting involved in Web3 gaming, where maybe your game is hard to be a part of, because you really have to, if you're not part of that games community and you're finding out about stuff going on, like early access, the early access is closed, you're like, what? How did that happen? It was boom. It happened so fast. And we're going to have to figure out, like, these games that are just in development, like they're going to be on decentralized exchanges, right? They're probably you're not going to find them on the Coinbases of the world, or the Binances, or the Krakens, or the Geminis of the world, or whatever. You're going to have to go into like a Pancake Swap, or, Uniswap, something like that, to get involved in these projects. And a lot of them are NFT games. Now, NFTs are sort of like cooling off, and they have been for a few years. We're going to see if they make a comeback, because that'll be a big, that could be a big push if NFTs start really coming back into the forefront. Quite honestly, I was never 100% sold on NFTs. And I just, for certain things, I think they're good. For games, maybe they're fine. We're going to find out. We're going to see, again, the cream always rises to the crop, especially in the bull run. Games are any project that's developing in a bear cycle, which we're seeing, when we're having games that are still developing and still, creating their infrastructure and their ecosystems and their tokenomics, and you go to their website and you can see the roadmaps, and that to me is a sign of a strong company, unless they're totally BSing us, right? And they're just putting all this stuff out there, which is, you've got to take that into account too. Whenever you get involved in a project that's very new, the newer the project, the more speculative and more high risk it is. All right. If you're getting involved in a community token, or something that's what would be considered, a meme token, just make sure the money you put in, you don't care if you lose it or not, because it's a 50-50. Oh. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, guys. Been a long day. So it's like 50-50. Rather you get your money, or it gets rugged, or it goes under because it can't sustain itself. These are things we need to really consider when we're getting involved in not just gaming, but in any crypto project. If you're just a trader, if you're or a swing trader or day trader, you don't care. You're looking to make, what, this went up 10x today. Boom, I'm selling it. Okay. If you're a swing trader, you hold on to it for a week. Okay, bang, it's gonna go. If you're a hodler, which I am, I'm not really interested in really trying to guess and do all the stress of making a fast buck. That's not my makeup. That's not kind of who I am. But everyone's different. And if you have that, great. You can make a lot of money swing trading and day trading crypto, right? I used to do that with stocks. But man, I was sitting in front of my computer like crazy. Hey, Crypto Jay, what's happening, brother? Nice to see you, man. I'm glad you're here. Glad you could make it. Hit that like button too, man. I'm seeing grits coming out. So, trust me, Gala is a really good gaming platform, but there are so many other games out there that Gala's going to have their hands full. Okay, Gala's going to have their hands full because some of the games I've checked out and started to research in could give Gala a run for their money. Now, we've still got Sandbox. We've still got Axie Infinity. We've still got these games. Quite honestly, though, unless they morph, unless they pivot and are able to adapt to what's going on, we may have a hard time. They may have a hard time surviving, but we'll see. I'm focusing on getting involved in games that are low cap. That's my mantra. Low cap, low price point. I'm going to look at that if I feel like, man, this looks fun, this looks good, whatever, and this is just my own philosophy over every token. What's their market cap? What's their tokenomics, right? What's their roadmap? If I like those, I'll join the communities. I'll follow them on Twitter or X or whatever the hell you want to call it. Discord, right? Telegram if they have a Telegram channel. YouTube channel if they have it. Check out their website. That necessarily doesn't have to take a lot of time. You just got to be careful, because if you're on Discord and you have 100 different servers you're on, man, you could be there half a day and only get through some of it depending on what's going on. But those of you who are watching, I've got something really cool for you guys. How many of you here have a Coinbase account? Okay. If you have a Coinbase account, they really have been pushing it about giving away some free crypto. If you go over right now, not right now. Don't stay here. Don't go. Do it afterwards. You can go through and earn free. It's a network. It's called Vara, VARA, and you can earn up to like $40 by doing quests and learning about the project. And that's the one thing about Coinbase I really like, is you learn about projects and you earn crypto, maybe $5 or $10 or whatever. Maybe you've got to set up a wallet. Maybe you've got to interact and do some things. But that is something that they're doing right now. So if you want some free crypto, and you can earn like $6 or $7, not even doing anything with a Coinbase wallet, just by learning about their platform. Then you can either keep it, because it's like 6 cents, or at least it was, and it's like ranked in the 1200s, I think. But you can take that, whatever you get, and you can either hold on to it and see what happens, or you can convert it, right? You can convert it over to your favorite crypto. It's like $6 or $7, which I have, and I'm holding on to it. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'll put that into just a small amount into my other cryptos, or just leave it there. But Coinbase, they do a lot with education, and getting crypto. So if you haven't been over to Coinbase in a while, you should go over and check it out. You may be able to get a pretty good amount of some free crypto. So when we are again dealing with Web3 gaming, there's a lot of potential out there. I think the games are going to get better. Getting more AAA game developers on board, creating these games. And I'm sure there's a lot of games out there that are still haven't even been. Oh my goodness. I'm going to have to try to edit that out later. There's a lot of games out there, I think, that are still in development that we don't even know about yet. We have, the games that we know about. Oh, by the way, of course, I know you guys are very patient with me because I'll break things halfway in a sentence. But you can go over to a CoinGecko. You can go over to a CoinMarketCap, and you can just go to their categories and look for gaming. And it'll give you like market cap. So you can actually go in and really start looking around to see what games are out there. What's their market cap. You go to their website if you like. You hit their tokenomics and get a good idea of if a game speaks to you or not. As I said before, I think that for me anyway, at least at this point, like Eternal Paradox, it grew on me. So I'm looking forward to it to come back. I didn't even delete the app from my phone, and it's been months. So that's something to consider. So we talked about things to be careful of. And I shouldn't say pros and cons because it's going to be different for everybody. But I do think going forward in the future, you're going to see a lot of Web3 games, at least I think anyway, or maybe not a lot, but some, really incorporating a lot of artificial intelligence in there, using that model, putting those two together. And I think they're probably already doing it in some games. So that's going to be something to really look out for, because when you start getting those two involved, I think we're going to see some huge gains when it comes to these games that are coming out. And again, looking into not just the games themselves, looking at the launch pads, okay? Looking at the games that drive, that they help build inside the games. Again, I'm just using this as an example. You have a render, you have like an engine, you have a bunch of other ones. Those may be alternatives to either an addition to or substitute for your Web3 games. Now, again, be careful if someone brings something to your attention, because all it is just bringing you to attention. Never take anyone's word for anything, guys. Really make sure that you're doing your own homework when it comes to your crypto investments or any investments. And I can't push this enough. So important, guys. It's so important. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to throw them out there. Or if you have a comment you'd like to share with the class, go ahead and let us know. And this is the time of my live stream where I like to say thank you so much for being a part of our live streams and being a part of our channel. It's why I do this. I do this because I hope and try to bring value and keep things in a terms that is not so technical and not so crazy, because sometimes I think in crypto we really get ramped up. And if you're talking to a developer and you're talking to someone who's just lives in the to work with code, they may explain something to you that is just right. And I hope anyway that at least I try to simplify things, again, not to insult anyone's intelligence, but to make it easier to grasp. Because again, we need to explain crypto to other people. Did anyone see that article today also about, I think it was a Wall Street Journal, about it suggested that Bitcoin mining for every transaction uses like a swimming pool full of water for every transaction, or for every when they're being mined. And I thought that was interesting. It's like, oh, okay, this is interesting. Why is this? Bitcoin's been around since 2009. I guess we've decided now's the time to come out and put this article out there. So you should check that out. You can find it anywhere. Just type in, Bitcoin water usage. Actually, one of my friends sent it to me, so I took a look at it. I'm like, okay, well, it is what it is. There's really, that's that proof of work model as opposed to the proof of stake. So, which is also cool too, because when you have gaming platforms, if you're able to stake any crypto, take that opportunity to do it. So, and a few more things while we're here, please make sure that you're getting your crypto off the exchanges. Unless you're actively trading, there's no reason to have your crypto on a centralized exchange. All right. The only bad things can happen when you keep them on a centralized exchange. The best wallets, obviously the best options are cold wallet storage. All right. Like a Ledger or a Tangent or, whatever you find, okay, that's going to work for you. Just make sure. And if you don't have access to, like, say you're putting all your money in crypto and you don't want to take it out to buy a wallet, set up a software wallet, something, right, that you have that's not on the exchanges. Protect those damn seed phrases, guys. Make sure and have a couple different copies. All right. I know we've heard like, oh, well, I set up an account and I wrote down my 24 word seed phrases, blah, blah, blah. Do that twice. Do it too, and then put them in different locations. Okay, sort of like a Mission Impossible sort of a thing. So that way, God forbid, if something happens, you spill coffee, you have a flood, your house goes up in flames or something when you guys are out, whatever, you don't lose all of your crypto. Okay, so just keep in mind, and these are more safety precautions. Be very careful about scams, especially when we start getting into the bull cycle, guys. They are going to be looking to take your money any way they can. So if something seems suspicious or if something seems too good to be true, I don't know about you guys, but I could be on Twitter and I'll see, oh, it's an airdrop. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, and nobody else has responded. There's a Telegram channel you can go to. It's called Airdrop on Telegram. That's where you can find all the authentic airdrops. Or if you are in a Discord channel, if you're in that project's Discord, you may see an airdrop, or you may see some sort of a giveaway or a contest or something. Look at that. Okay. If you're on Twitter or X or whatever, and you see that a project that you follow has reposted or retweeted that from someone else, make sure that whoever retweeted that contest or whatever is the exact or is the authentic Twitter account that maybe you're following. So just be very, very, very careful. Never give away your seed phrases. Never give out your passwords. Never tell anyone how much friggin' crypto you have. Guys, get out of that habit. Get out of the habit of telling everyone how much crypto you have. Because to me, I look at it as a way, it's sort of like it feeds our ego. Yeah, I have 10 million ADA. Oh, you do, huh? Okay. That guy would say a $5 wrench attack. Take out his wrench and beat you over the head with it. So just be very, very careful about what you share. if you want to tell people what cryptos you're involved in, that's fine. But I never give out how much I have. I guard that like Fort Knox. I don't want anyone knowing how much crypto I own, how much money I've invested. A lot of people will say, oh yeah, I start off with $100,000 investing in crypto. I'm just very, very careful and very protective of that because you never know. Right now, it's not so bad because we're in the bear cycle. People are sort of like, whatever, still kind of on the fence about crypto. But you wait. When the bulls start running, people are gonna when we're pushing $100,000 Bitcoin, and that guy you talked to 8 months ago said, "Oh, that's right. I remember talking to Scott. He said he had 3 or 4 Bitcoin in his wallet." Be careful with that, guys. It's all about safety. What we're doing right now is we're preparing for what's to come. So look into those Web3 gaming projects. Go to CoinMarketCap. Go to CoinGecko. You're more than welcome. Go to YouTube, right? Type top 10 Web3 gaming tokens or something. There's tons of videos out there. Just take those videos with kind of a grain of salt. They could be like a starting point. Maybe they'll share some information. They'll condense it. These videos are good because they can condense it. So just be mindful of that. Or go back and look at some old Coin Bureau videos. They'll also help you. And you're going to find also Web3 games that are like, do you like card games? Do you like, do you like first person shooter? What sort of games do you like? I do not, wait a minute, let me back up. I'm not a fan of card games. Now, Poker Go Play, that's different. That's like poker. I'm talking like a Gods Unchained kind of a thing. I don't do card games. I get very bored with that. To me, I want to feel immersive. I want to feel like a part of it, not like I don't want to play a game. I want to be in the game. You know what I mean? So if I'm playing a game and I feel like I'm just playing it, I won't last long. It's boring to me. But if I'm in the game, if I'm like, getting it like whenever someone comes out and shoots at me, I'm going to duck. That means I'm in the game. If I'm just going, oh, okay, whatever. All right. So find those games that are going to resonate with you, that you feel good with. And if you don't play games, that's okay too. You don't have to be a gamer to be involved in Web3 games. You don't. It's not sacrilegious. It's not like, how dare you, right? How dare you get involved in Web3 gaming? You don't play? You don't have to. What the hell? You don't, you know what I mean? It's like, you get involved in, say, stocks for EVs, right? Whatever it is. Hey, I may not be a big fan of certain cars, or maybe I don't know how to build this electric vehicle. I don't know how it's done, but I think the project is solid. And what are we in here for anyway? We're here to make money, guys. Let's be clear on this. We are here to make money. And when you're dealing with a gaming platform, and I know everyone's freaked out about the SEC, but I mean, when you can't even mention like ROI briefly without getting banned or kicked out or chewed out, come on. To me, that's just bull jive, right? We need to be able to have a conversation. I mean, granted, we don't want to dwell on that because you got to get involved in the game first, but we're investing money. I want to know, if I'm a business owner and I'm investing in a project, well, okay, what's my return on investment? Right? I'm not going to get involved in a project if I know I'm going to lose. So give me an idea. And this is where we get into the price prediction videos, or the price potential videos, as I like to call them. Because we want to know, like, where can it go? And we get really excited about that. Like when I was watching Coin Bureau and guys said, yeah, ADA could go up to maybe $25, I was like, holy. I don't think so. I think $5 to $6 to $7. And of course, when he said 24, 25, what's the first thing I did? You better believe it. I pulled out my calculator on my phone. I'm like typing. I'm like, ooh, perfect. But that was just like a sliver of having fun. In my mind, I think $6, $7, $8 tops. 25, the market cap would be amazing. The market cap itself for crypto is going to be astronomical. So you never say never in crypto. We never know what can happen. We got to be just prepared. So start now. Start looking at these Web3 games. Know that they're going to be a huge industry. Huge. And there's going to be more. There's going to be always going to be copycats. Just be very discerning about what crypto projects you're getting involved in. Do your research. Find out who is on that AAA team and they need to be. Find out who's on the team developing these games. What have they done before? Okay? Because that's going to also help determine. Like if I'm interested in a game and I see, wow, this person was responsible for Call of Duty or Modern Warfare and they really were a big part of that, I'm going to be like, hey, that's something that's going to get myself interested because I know the quality of those games, and that's going to get me excited. So these are just some concepts and some ideas. So I think Web3 gaming is going to be huge. I think the potential cons are just being very, very careful about what projects you get involved in, and don't get married. Don't fall in love with a crypto. If it's going down and you see it's the Titanic is sinking, grab a friggin' life raft and get off. Okay, you don't have to ride it till the wheels fall off. Right? If you're involved in a crypto project and you feel in your heart of hearts and you see the writing on the wall and you're like, okay, bad things are happening here. We've gone to an AMA twice a week to now once a week. Now to every other week, now none at all. We went from lots of engagement and positive sentiment in the community. Now it's becoming toxic. Now they're turning on each other. People are developers, creators of whatever game or project you're in are leaving that project. That's something else to be aware of. Not all the time. I mean, it doesn't mean it's the end of the road, but you definitely need to be paying attention. When all these things start happening, it's just about paying attention, and we really are going to need to, all of us, not go days or weeks without checking on what's going on. Because if you do that, because you're going to have a lot of catching up to do. Crypto moves fast. Even in this bear market, there's always stuff going on in crypto, which is really exciting too. But you ain't if this is your first one, you ain't seen nothing yet. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Remember, we have our membership group. We have the Blockchain Explorers. It's like $3.99 a month. It helps support our channel and allows me to do more for you. And I want to offer more for you. John, who is here, John Dykes, who is still here. I think he's still here if I haven't put him to sleep already. He's a member of our group. So feel free to go to the community tab, click on join, and it's going to be exciting. Make sure if you're not a subscriber to our channel, please do that because I value you. You guys are not just subscribers to me. You guys are my friends. You're my family. You are who I do these videos for. I'm not paid or sponsored by any project. I'm going to tell you straight, if there's something going on, like with Gala, I've been involved with Gala since 2020, all right? And I've done tons of videos on them. But I don't care because I'm not afraid to say, I don't like this. This is why I don't like it. It's okay. We don't all have to drink the Kool-Aid and believe everything. It's like, you can disagree, just don't be disagreeable. I can not like the prices of their NFTs, but I could still love the games. You know what I mean? So just because we're critical doesn't mean that we are being like downing on a project. Now, if you came out and did a video and everything you did was like you're bashing it, well then, that's not going to get you anywhere. I mean, what's that serve? Try to be that voice of reason. I never try to do anything off of emotion, ever. When I do a video, I've sat and I've thought about it, or I've got some facts to back up what I say, because I don't want to come out and be just big, bah, 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 bah. And because I was impulsive and I was reactionary, I was wrong. So just keep that in mind. So before we wrap up, guys, I still would like to see a few more of those like buttons being hit, if you don't mind. And I want to know who is here right now. Who is checking us out? We've been going for a while, and if I haven't put you guys all to sleep with me just going off, but this is more like a stream of consciousness, and because I care about you guys, and I want to make sure that we're prepared. Be prepared, right? Accumulate, diversify your cryptos. Get them off the exchanges. Have more than one wallet where you put your cryptos on. Have a plan for what you're going to do when the bull run hits, because you need to know, when am I going to take profits for this crypto, and start getting an idea of like, what price point do I start with? Keep on accumulating. We're probably, in my view, not going to really be in full swing of the bull cycle till after the halving of Bitcoin. I think we're going to really, if January comes in, like January is going to be a big month, because if we get those Bitcoin spot ETFs approved, that will really, really kickstart us. I think we started this summer with the XRP win victory, or victories from the SEC. That to me was the start of it. But when we get, hopefully we get these ETFs approved, that's going to be another push. So we need to be ready for that. So we still have time. Have some yard sales, grab a second job. I don't know, do whatever you got to do. Put some money that you don't need. Don't go out to that expensive restaurant this week. Put that $200 or $300 in your crypto portfolio and diversify it. So that way, you could tell your wife, say, hey, honey, I know we want to go here, but wouldn't you rather go here? Can I take maybe, at $300, if we do a conservative estimate, making 10x, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, $3,000, that's the way I look at it. $100, 10x is $1,000. $15 is, what, 150 or something like that, I think it is, whatever it is, my math. Do it like that. You can make it fun. Even if it's $10, $5, who cares? Put it in. The more you can do, the better it's going to be. So, hey, everybody, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Check out my gala video if you haven't. And I'm really stoked to be here. I'm going to let you guys go if no one has any questions, or, this is your time. I'm not trying to rush. So if you have anything you want to kind of comment, or you want to just talk about something, I'm here, man. I'm here for as long as you guys want me here, I'll be here. So, just saying. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys have a great evening. Oh, wait a minute. No sleep here. Oh, 3 p.m. Thursday. Wow. No sleep for you. Oh, man. Well, Craig, I'm really glad you made it, man. I'm glad Crypto J was here. I'm glad John was here. I'm glad, let's see here. I'm glad Lino was here. You guys, I'm glad I was here. I'm really glad you guys made it. I hope you guys are having a great evening. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps. I will see you guys soon.